Tell me how you've been this week.
This week has been pretty good, I would say, for the most part, considering everything going on with work and home.
Yeah, that's good to hear. So, but you did say it was just okay. So why not great?
I would say not great. Just there's a lot of things going on in my personal life, and then a lot of changes going on with work as well.
So tell me a little bit about that.
With work, there's a new program that's taking effect starting Monday. And so I'm a little bit nervous about that because just trying to balance personal life and work and putting 110% into this new program, I'm just kind of worried, if that's going to change my mindset as far as, not being so stressed compared to, or not being, having a little stress in my life and then it jumping up to a lot of stress. So I guess just kind of anticipation.
Okay, so work's been a little stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the anticipation of the new program.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, anticipation more so.
And what else is going on?
Still that idea, going back and forth with the whole kid thing and with, the age and being scared and getting older and all that other kind of stuff. So I try not to think of it as much, just for the fact that real life is taking place right now. So that's kind of in the back of my head. But then when I see little kids running around, and it kind of pops back into my mind a little bit.
So how are you dealing with that? How are you dealing with the thought of becoming a mother?
The priorities in life are kind of taking effect now. So as far as thinking about that, I haven't put that much thought into it and haven't been bothered by not thinking about it either. So
how have your beliefs changed around that topic?
They definitely changed just because my relationship status has also changed. There's been more issues within the relationship of the person I was thinking, or the possibility of having kids. We've hit a bump in the road as far as that goes, so that's definitely kind of put a hold on things, just because I don't want to bring a child into a situation to where another stress of mine would have to be a single mother, or having health complications if I had a child and being a single mother.
And that's understandable. You're telling me that it's kind of on hold now because of your relationship.
Yeah.
So tell me about your relationship status. What's going on there?
It's definitely off and on. Lately, it's been more off. I would say probably like the last 3 weeks or whatnot. But then there's been like issues here and there from the duration of the relationship, but it just kind of escalated and it showed its true colors. And I just kind of think to myself, like, if this person kind of talks to me in a certain kind of way, how is he going to talk to a child? And do I want to bring that child into a situation to where I already know to the level where it could get? So it's just, a lot of things presented itself, and it definitely made me think twice about a child in that situation.
So what I'm getting is that you have come to a realization, it seems like. So you thought about having kids, you were really seriously thinking about it.
Yeah.
And once your relationship status kind of changed and you were able to get a glimpse into what that would look like, or what your partner would look like as a parent, then you realize that maybe you want to think twice about who you want to have kids with.
Definitely that. And then, what I'll be putting my body through. Not saying that I'm questioning myself as far as, is it worth it? Of course, like a child, I'm sure would be worth it. But then just the person that I would be stuck with, I guess, for the 18 years or whatever, just kind of makes me second guess things.
Okay, that's understandable. What are your thoughts surrounding having kids now that you've had that realization? Does that change the idea of having kids, period, or does that just change the idea of having kids with a particular person?
I would say a little bit of both. I think it definitely brings awareness as far as who you would consider having children with. And then also just getting older, and then the fear, because I'm about to be 38 soon. And if I don't have another, like, if I haven't found my soulmate within, like, let's say 2 years or whatever, then that's when, like, the worries starts to trickle back in.
That's a valid fear, I think, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're being verbally abused and your child is being verbally abused, and there's a different outcome in situations like that. Women are having kids at a later age nowadays. I think Janet Jackson was in her 50s, and so the timeline and the rush isn't there as much as it had been in the past, right? And so maybe that thought might ease your
and I have some friends I follow on Facebook. I think she recently got married and accidentally got pregnant at 40 and had a perfect pregnancy, no complications whatsoever.
Yeah, so those are some great examples of your friends who've had successful pregnancies after 40. So that is something to kind of hold on to and help you in your decision maybe later and not feeling rushed, right? You mentioned that your relationship status changed. Has your thoughts around having a relationship or having a relationship changed, or getting back into that relationship, or maybe surrogacy, or maybe in vitro?
I haven't thought about any of those. I guess I'm kind of old-fashioned as far as when it comes to that. As far as dating, I'm good for right now. It's still kind of fresh and just kind of processing through all that. That's a whole nother
How are you dealing with that?
I'm pretty good. I'm good. I mean, the disappointment is still there, kind of looking back or just experiencing what I am experiencing. I'm proud of myself that I am able to be like, hey, whatever it is, I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't deserve it. The only thing that I have control over is to walk away, because I don't want to be treated bad, and I don't deserve that.
How do you think, what do you think would help you change from believing that, from going through what you went through in the last relationship to being able to let go basically of this relationship a little bit easier? What do you think changed in your thought process?
The thought process is that I don't want it to take that much away from me. I don't want to have to give up myself to make someone else like me or to feel wanted or anything like that. So I think what changed in my thought process was it being more positive, knowing what I deserve, feeling how I should be treated, and just growing up, I guess.
That's great to hear, because it is difficult. A breakup is a difficult situation, and to be able to know your worth and to be able to be insightful about that is very important. What do you think would be helpful for you going forward in therapy?
I would like to, like, the times where I am thinking negative, like, oh, I messed up, or I wish my past was different, or I wish I didn't tell 100% of the truth, or whatever it is. I wish, like, I just want to beat myself up and think, like, I could have done something different. It's like, kind of, if you can't accept my truth, then it is what it is. But there are times where I kind of get hard on myself.
So what I'm hearing is sometimes you feel like as if you can be hard on yourself, and that those are the times when you feel kind of upset or sad about your situation, which is understandable, and it's a normal process that you feel that way. Some of the things that you may be able to do is some self-affirmations.
Okay.